Hello. Okay, so today is June 4th. It's the last day of phase one on Nostrum. We had the raid with the big boar, the barons, and there's quite a few little fun things. Um, I might put some clips in like here. Well, the thing is, there weren't really that many interesting clips, like in general, but it was fun because it was like the whole server was there. It was super laggy. You get that sense of like, it reminded me of like when the Burning Crusade came out, or when Wrath of the Lich King came out, and like the server's so laggy because everybody's logged in, and that was what the vibe was. And then, um, and then also like everybody was in the same place. Like the whole server was there, more or less, and that was really cool. Um, there was also the thing where it's like it shows that we're breaking records for the number of concurrently logged in users. I think it was like 1450. Maybe I don't think it ever got to 1500, but getting pretty close up there. And that was cool. It was cool to have been there for it. And then also after the after the boar, the guild I joined, Sen, we got together and took some like screenshots or whatever, and that was kind of a nice thing. So for the rest of today, what my plan is to get my professions in order. And I've thought about it a little bit, but I don't have it totally settled up. But let's go ahead and get into the game and work on some professions. All right, here we go. So my original thought was I want to do alchemy herbalism on this character, but I realize now that is not what I want to do. The main reason that I have is no interest in doing that is I'm only going to be in dungeons, like dungeons. Oh, and also I did Warsong Gulch yesterday, I guess, and it was like a 10-second queue. I didn't realize Warsong Gulch was popping off. I queued Warsong Gulch because I'd seen a bunch of people with the Warsong Gulch rep rewards. So I was like, oh, if you have the rep awards, that must mean there's a lot of Warsong Gulches going off. So I was like, okay, I might be interested in some PvP as well. So, but the point in saying that is, I'm going to be in dungeons, I'm going to be in um, battlegrounds, and if I'm in those places, I'm not going to be out gathering herbs and leveling alchemy. That said, I do think I'm going to get gathering professions on the hunter, um, because I think it's like decent money. I don't really have a way sorted to do money on here. I don't remember what you do in Wrath of the Lich King, like daily quests, and I'm sure that there are professions that are good, decent gold. I know people talk about like the trade skill master stuff. I don't think I want to do that though. I think I still want to try for vanilla era. I think I want to have a leather worker that's doing cured rugged hides, alchemy transmutes, and I think maybe two or three of those in total will be fine for me. I'm not trying to be filthy rich like I did on Turtle WoW, just enough to get by through vanilla era. But anyway, what I'm running to here on the priest now, whoops, what I'm running to here on the priest is engineering. I'm pretty sure I want to go engineering because I was doing battlegrounds, and I just think that's probably the best. I'm going to look into it a little bit on Wowhead, but I feel fairly confident that I want to do that. Then the other options for professions, the other options are enchanting or tailoring, and then there's jewel crafting, there's inscription, and I think that's pretty much it. Possibly alchemy as well, but I don't know enough about the Wrath of the Lich King professions and Burning Crusade to know which ones I really want to go with. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on those. Okay, so tailoring, it seems like to me, basically none of this is useful. I mean, like on an individual character thing, for vanilla, you'll get Mooncloth, of course, eventually, and then let's see what that's like way later. So there's basically no point in leveling tailoring at this particular point. Enchanting is my first thing because I've seen lots of people without enchanted gear. Like a lot. Like even like twinks and stuff, they don't have anything enchanted. So I was like, there's probably need for an enchanter, and that's something I can be doing like in dungeons and stuff. I'd be like, oh, let me enchant your stuff. And I think that would be cool. So enchanting is more of what I'm leaning towards. But let me look again real quick. I want to see what you get at 60 as a tailor. Yeah, I don't think it's anything. Like Netherweave net wires Netherweave cloth, and we won't have that until TBC. So pretty sure I can go ahead and cross off tailoring as one of the options. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at jewel crafting, see if there's anything jewel crafting wise. I'm gonna scan through here. Right, so I remember now that you get these trinkets. The level 35 trinket is the first one. And those are, decent. There's a decent thing, and yeah. But I don't know that that's gonna really be worth it in vanilla. So I'm still leaning towards enchanting. I actually do remember making a lot of money with inscription, but I think that was during Cataclysm. And I, you know, meh, maybe inscription though. For engineering, right? You you get the trinkets that are hearts during vanilla in particular that are incredible. These are really good, especially if you're not a mage. And I want those. And then you get all the trinkets. You get the invisibility, the mind control, or I don't know if I'll go gnomish or goblin, but you get the trinkets, and that's fine. I don't know how soon I'll be using them. I don't know if you can. I think you can get them next bracket, 25. I think you can get 225. You can get 300 at level 35. So I think I can get like goblin rocket boots, for example. So yeah, I will go engineering for sure. And then the last toss up here is alchemy or enchanting. I think I will go alchemy on an alt, and you don't need to be there for alchemy. I think in Wrath of the Lich King you get that one trinket. I don't really need the trinket. I mean, like it's good. It's a really good trinket, the one that increases the effectiveness of potions. But I think I want enchanting, so I think I'm gonna go uh, engineering and enchanting. Right. Also, on my main for sure. Oh, on my main, I'm gonna get the secondaries: cooking, first aid, fishing. Right. So I'll do those two. I wanted to make this point real quick while I'm leveling this. On Nostrum, professions are like 200%, so you get 2 level ups each time. So this should be pretty quick, or pretty easy, I think, to do engineering leveling. Off the top of my head, I don't know where the Alliance Enchanting Trainer is. I know they're I'm guessing in the Mage Quarter, because if I remember, I think there's an Enchanting Trainer in Orgrimmar where the priest, that really pretty thing is. Did I just say Orgrimmar? I meant Ironforge. I think I'm gonna go to Ironforge anyway because I like it more than Stormwind. Ironforge is pretty cool. Okay, so I believe there's gonna be an enchanting trainer in here, right? 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 Oh boy. Did I not remember correctly? Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. I'm gonna have to ask the guard. Are we hyped? Where was the enchanting? Thistlefuzz's Arcanery? Okay, so might as well also pick up the secondaries real fast. I assume the bronze kettle is where you get cooking. Again, Orgrimmar is where I know most everything.
What can I do
Yep.
for you?
Alright.
Watch your back.
Yeah, and then iron, that's the first aid. Alright.
What's
Oh,
on your mind?
upstairs. And then fishing.
Welcome.
We might go to Darnassus for the fun of it. Because,
Travels.
I like Darnassus. I think it's got a nice vibe. Like I said, also, I'm pretty sure I'm literally never going to do any quests. So I think I'm going to just dump all my quests. Now, I might do quests for the achievements. Because I really like the Lore Keeper ones. Uh, Lore Master. However, it's a long one. So that's probably more something I would do at like level 60 as I go back and do all the quests in the lobby zones. But if I'm being honest, I probably won't do those. I probably won't. Probably won't.
Be careful.
Okay, so we got our professions here, and I gotta level them now. Though actually, I'm gonna get the professions on all my other characters first. Cool. Okay, so for the other characters, I feel pretty confident that I know what I want to have on Jail, the Resto Shaman. I want to get Inscription and Leatherworking on her.
What can I do for you?
And I have no idea where the Inscription trainer is. Drop mining though. Now let's assume it's in the Mage Quarter. Or let's see, where was it last time? It was with the Enchanter. So I gotta find a guard. It was in the Mage Quarter. At least I got that much right. Sort of in the Mage Quarter. I sort of got it right.
Need help? Be careful.
Alright. Now, I know on this Hunter I need skinning, but I'm not sure if I do skinning herbalism or if I do skinning mining, which leaves the Warlock, the other one. So I think we go skinning mining, and on the Warlock we can go herbalism alchemy. And I think I'm happy with that. Alright, let's go with the Hunter then. Oh, by the way, I tamed this wolf. I tamed this wolf. He's kind of, I didn't even name him. He's fine for right now. But okay, skinning. Boom.
We shall meet again.
Can't forget the skinning knife. Just realized something. The Windrider name, his name's Tal. I wrote a novel last year. And my main character's name is Tal. Look at that. I'll remember that forever. Mining pick?
Greetings.
And mining. Alright, we're almost done picking up all of the different professions. Alright, so Warlock's last, and I said herbalism and alchemy. Alright.
Target. Ishnu Dal Dieb.
I think alchemy is
Luck friend.
right here. It's the nicest one.
Greetings.
Elune be with you.
Cool.
Stars guide.
So we've got all the profession set, just got a level. Okay, so quick recap. The priest is enchanting and engineering. The warlock is herbalism and alchemy. The shaman is inscription and leatherworking. And then the hunter is skinning and mining. I believe what I want to do for leveling the professions, I know that you can probably buy a lot of stuff in the auctions, but this is fun for me. So I think what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to level this hunter a bit. And as I level, I'm going to get skinning and mining up. I'm going to send the leather to the shaman. The shaman is going to level up leatherworking. And then with the leatherworking items, I'm going to send those to the priest. And I'm going to level enchanting. I don't think engineering matters that much right now. I might level engineering in the next bracket, but that's my goal here is I want to get enchanting up. And if I remember also enchanting, that's like you have to train in weird locations. So we'll see how that works, but I want to get enchanting as high as I can. So let us go for it. I'm not going to record that much of this leveling because I think I'm going to like kind of zone out, maybe watch a TV show or something. But when you're leveling skinning, I believe you need to get fifth. Wait, why is this guy not skinnable? Hold on. Got skinning. I got the skinning knife. I thought you could skin these things to level. But the point was, I thought you needed 50 skinning to skin a level 10. We'll see on this guy. I'll try killing this guy. Okay, it says requires skinning 20. So I'm gonna not skin this gazelle. So what do I need to do? Do I have to go all the way to the lobby zone? Can't skin critters. Rather the Lich King? I don't know. I believe the fastest route I can take is go to Camp Tarho and then go into Mulgore and kill the sub-level 10 mobs right inside Mulgore. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, this will work. This is what I gotta do. Maybe there's some copper around here too. Cool. Alright. I am at 35 in skinning. We can definitely start heading back to the Barrens. However, it is 9 p.m. right now. Or it's almost 9 p.m. And the sky is beautiful and it is time to take a walk. I'm gonna get 50 skinning and bring it up and then go walk. Is this it? 50 skinning? Oh, 50 skinning. Nice. Alright. Journeyman Skinner. Nice. What a wonderful, sorry, just what a wonderful summer experience. This is, the weather is like humid and hot, and I love that. And there was this like big wow raid earlier in the day when it was really hot outside. And I'm just chilling with some endorphins going. I'm pretty happy. You know, there are things in my life that I'm discontent about. Nothing huge. I'm not trying to like dump anything, but you know, not everything's perfect, and it's nice to have things that are just real pleasant, like unambiguously pleasant. You know, and sometimes it's a little bit boring, but overall, the World of Warcraft, the private server, having this community to go into, these are all just very pleasant things, and I'm grateful for that. Uh, you know, I still haven't really figured out what my audience is supposed to be. I haven't thought about who I'm serving and what sort of network I need to do and all that kind of thing. Um, but sometimes I'm like, obviously, the thing that I'm going for here is like Bob Ross chill style, playing WoW, enjoying myself, calm presence. But uh, it'll be fun, I think. So I'm going back to school, and as part of that, it's going to be like 2 years till I get my next degree, 2.5 years. And I think I can do this for basically the entire time I'm in school. So it'll be interesting to go back to these videos from a year or a year and a half from now and to say, oh, well, look at that. I'm sure a lot of them will be deleted. A lot of this won't be here anymore. But it's fun to be here now and understand that that's where I'm at. Yeah. There's this guy on Nostrum, Kyle, and he's always talking in world chat. And something interesting is in Mulgore, there is a quest to feed a dog, and the dog's name is Kyle. And I think it's interesting. I didn't think you could have the same name as an NPC, but I guess he does. But that quest with the dog, the feed the dog, it was a make a wish quest. There's a kid who was like dying, and he wanted to be. He wanted his make a wish was to have a quest in WoW, and you feed the dog. I actually recorded it on this hunter when I did it, and I was like, nah, this is out of nowhere. It doesn't fit in any video. But I've thought about that every time I see Kyle talk in World Chat, I think about the Make a Wish child who had a quest added to WoW. Yeah,
Not enough mana.
leveling in the barrens like this, chill, all this. It makes me want to watch some Star Trek. Um, I've never seen Deep Space Nine. I keep meaning to watch Deep Space Nine, but at the same time, I'm gonna hit level 19 pretty fast, and that'll be like one season maybe. So we'll see. I might look into it. Right, but my point is like you you get into the leveling, you just kind of zone out, and you get the dopamine drip as you play, and you gain XP, and you do quests, and you just kind of zoned out. And I really would like to watch Star Trek. I might do it. I don't have TNG. Like I don't think I have TNG, but I have Deep Space Nine. Because I watched TNG on the streaming service, and I definitely do not have that streaming service anymore. I'll think about it. There's a Zeppelin to work. Oh boy, there was a Zeppelin to work. Well, you live and you learn. Alright, so on the Hunter, I played for a couple hours. Got skinning to 121, mining to 51. Mining was really skinny. I mean, I didn't see very many nodes. It's crazy. So I'm going to see now how far I can get with this on the other characters. So let's go ahead and check out leatherwork. So I got 3 stacks of light leather. That's not very much. And a couple stacks of ruined leather scraps, 3 light hides. I don't think we're gonna get very far with this, but let's take a look. These are all white. White. The embossed leather vest with the embossed stuff. Those are green. That's nice. So we'll try to make some of these things. I don't think that's not too bad. That's like, I don't know, 16 greens or something. I'm pretty happy with that, if I'm being honest. Right, so disenchanting what I got to 35. Um, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more light leather. See here. So those are three light leathers for a green, which means they're like 1 silver. Let's say they're 1 silver, 50 copper each. It's not bad. Alright. So 51. Wow. Boom. I think I am going to make a ruined silver rod and then call it on my skills for the evening. I think that's the plan. Alrighty, I think this will do it for the evening. Ruined silver rod. 103. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so over the evening of gaming, of skinning and leatherworking and all that kind of stuff, what do we get to here? We got to 103 enchanting. That's some decent stuff. I think that I will do a bunch of dungeons and do all the like get DE materials from the dungeons. I know that might not be the best. It might be the best to just go leatherworking items, but I don't care. I'm just gonna DE items from dungeons, and I will level enchanting the rest of the way through that. Engineering, I didn't level further. I'm not super worried about engineering, at least until I'm doing PvP anyway. But I got like a couple stacks of stuff that I can do. I got quite a few items to level cooking. I'm sure I could get cooking to 75, first aid, and then fishing. And since this guy is my main, I'm more interested on maxing these professions, but I'm pretty happy with that for today. On the shaman, I also got to 109 leatherworking. I'm happy with that. And then on hunter, 51 mining. God, that was really sad. I did Baron's Quest for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I saw very few nodes. It's pretty disappointing. And then skinning 121. That's all right. I'm pretty overall happy with today. All right, I think that is it for this video. I had a pretty fun, solid summer day today in WoW. We did that raid event. I did some like professions and figuring things out. It was a super nice evening this evening, and so I went on this long walk. And I came back from the long walk, and it felt super vibey. The end of the night of having those endorphins, doing some like WoW questing and professions, and it was a pretty good day. The level cap on Nostrum raises to 29 tomorrow. However, I will not be playing tomorrow. It's going to be Monday before I'm really able to play. On Monday, I'm just going to spam dungeons on my priest. Going to try to get my priest to 29. I think that's going to be a fun time. If you're watching and you've watched this and you think this is a interesting, chill vibes and everything, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble. And if you're playing on Nostrum, feel free to add me as a friend, holler at me. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye bye.